There are names etched into the stone of time, names that echo across centuries, whispered in the winds of history. Among them, one stands tall, a name forged in ambition, sharpened in war, and sealed in myth: Alexander the Great. He was born in 356 BC in the ancient city of Pella, Macedonia. His father, King Philip II, a ruthless conqueror. His mother, Olympias, fierce, spiritual, believed her son was divine, descended from Zeus himself. But Alexander was more than royal blood. He was curiosity wrapped in courage, a restless fire burning in human form. As a boy, he tamed a wild horse no man could ride. The beast was called Bucephalus, and from that moment people began to whisper, "This boy is not ordinary." To sharpen his mind, his father chose the greatest philosopher alive, Aristotle. Under his guidance, Alexander studied everything: medicine, philosophy, strategy. But one book shaped his soul more than any other: the Iliad. He saw himself in Achilles, the warrior doomed to live fast, fight fiercely, and die young, but remembered forever. At just 20, his father was assassinated, and the boy became king. But Alexander didn't settle for a throne. He looked east across the Persian Empire and said, "I will take it all." With only 40,000 men, he marched into Asia Minor, outnumbered, outarmed, but never outwilled. At the Battle of Issus, he faced King Darius of Persia. The enemy, vast, but Alexander led the charge himself, sword drawn, fire in his eyes. Darius fled, his army collapsed. The world was beginning to understand. Alexander wasn't chasing victory. He was victory. In Egypt, he wasn't a conqueror. He was a liberator. The priests called him a god. And in the sands of that ancient land, he built Alexandria, a city of knowledge, of art, of legacy, a flame that still burns to this day. But his hunger grew. Through Babylon, beyond the Tigris, into India's green, untamed heart. At the river Hydaspes, he faced King Porus, mounted atop a war elephant the size of a fortress. It was his most brutal battle. His army strained, his horses fell, but Alexander prevailed. And when he captured Porus, he asked, "How should I treat you?" Porus replied, "Like a king." And so he did. But even legends have limits. After 10 years of endless conquest, his soldiers, bleeding, broken, refused to go further. Alexander, furious, listened and turned back. They crossed the Gedrosian desert, losing more men to thirst and heat than any enemy blade. But still, he pressed on. In Babylon, in the year 323 BC, the fire dimmed. Alexander fell ill. Some say poison, others destiny. He was just 32. As his generals gathered, they asked, "To whom does the empire go?" He whispered, "To the strongest." His empire shattered. His name never did. Alexander was more than a warrior. He was a bridge between East and West, between myth and memory. He sparked an age of science, philosophy, change. And though he conquered the world, he could not conquer time. But even now, when we speak of greatness, of dreams too big for one lifetime, we still speak his name: Alexander the Great. History is not just written in books, it is written in lives lived, at the edge of legend,